Hi everyone, now I'm going to show you this unusual fly. Well, basically it's a snake pattern. This is basically a pink hooligan tied with dumbbell eyes. Now you can use a bead, it's up to yourself. If you can get painted beads or just a normal bead, then this would be fine. Now you can, to give an idea, there's one with the bead, bigger fly, chartreuse. This will sit more level, whereas the bead, this one will flip up, it will sit like that. Hook choice is up to yourself. I'm using again, I like this hook. This is the full mill. It's the short shank special with the wide gape. It suits a kind of this style of fly. And so I know that if you look at the fly, it's quite a distance away from the hook at the end of the tail. You're going to get fish pooking at it. If they really want it, they will have a go at it. And it's basically if you change the retrieve, maybe speed up or slow down even, the chances are you'll hook up a bit more. You've just got to mess about with that retrieve. That's my view anyway. There's lots of other reasons. The fish could be just shy of it, and there's nothing you can do if they're not going to take it right. It's just the way things work sometimes. Now in this fly you can have the pink eyes. These are painted chain bead. You can have a chartreuse eyes, you can change about, as I say, you can have a chartreuse body. In the original Hooligan it was, I think it was a white one. You can white or black, any colour. White, chartreuse, a bit of blue flash, and a gold head, and that was, I think that was the original anyway. But anyway, I'm going to tie the pink version. As I say, I'm going to use this short shank special size 8. You tie the beads on. Now I'm going to be using a pink thread. In this case, this is a uni pink. You could use a fire orange or use whatever you like, really. Something to go with it. Pink obviously makes it blend in easier. When you start the thread at the eye, always put a good layer of thread. In this case, I'm only going to have a body length from the round about the point of the hook up. So make sure you've got that down. Now, just as before I get to the head, where I'm going to tie in the dumbbells, I form a small ball of thread, just like a zigzag, like a ball. That there then locks it. When you tie it on, it's you can put it up against it. Dumbbells, we just want to figure 8 through, so we just figure 8 to start to get it obviously caught on. Now, what I'm going to do here to give it a wee bit more strength, a wee touch of super glue in between the eyes, and then I'm going to zig figure 8 through. And at the same time I'm going to just put thread onto the shank of the beads, or the chain, so that I've got more grip. And then I'm going to come underneath, much like if I was posting a wing in a dry fly, so if I parachute, and then another figure 8 through. Just building it up so it's not going to move. Now I'm going to tie in some flash. Now I'm using, this is a Krinkle flash from Venirads, it's a red. It's a nice colour, so you're looking 4 or 5 strands. Just trying to line up the ends here. And you want to tie them in just on top. Again, you've obviously seen that a thread was back up. I can wind down now. Don't go too far round, it's easy to go further than you want. I'm slightly by the point, so as long as we keep the bend open, especially if we go into catch and release. The length, now this is where you determine how long. You can use this as a guide to the length of the rabbit you want. Now there's like 1 to 2.5 inches or so. So just moisten that, keep that for my next fly. Now the Zonker strip I'm using is the one from Full and Mill. I really like this. This is the micro one. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's the Rabbit Zonker Micro, in this case pink. Now it's a lovely fluorescent pink, so it is. It's a really good, it's a good colour. I'm just going to trim this here. I've already tied one of this fly. You want to make sure it doesn't want to pull out. A couple of things you can do. One thing is, main thing is that you touch of super glue on the body here. Just lay it on, Just you want about maybe a mil or so from the beads, so you've got a space to tie off your chenille. And just basically wind up nice and tight, up and down, making sure it stays on the top. It'll not move, especially with the super glue, it just holds it. Now I slip my fingers back to the end of the flash, turn that round, and then we cut a small point into it. The pencil point, as I call it. We quick look, see how things are sitting. It's fine. Now I'm using a chenille here from a company called F&F. Now I did have the packet sitting on my desk, and it's one of those magical disappear packs. What did I do there? Oh, there we are. It's sitting looking at me. This is what I'm using. It's F&F chewing gum, it's called. Just a fine pink chenille with a fine sort of rubber fibre sort of spun through it. Now the reason I'm using this, I want to keep this as, like you can see here, there's not much to it, not much the movement, and you don't want to sort of mask the beads and so on, or the hook. You want to be able to basically get as much movement out the tail as you can. So this way it just suits it. But you can experiment. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can use this as a guide. Again, make sure that's secure. Come round nice and tight, all the way up to the back of the beads. Now because I'm using the pink thread, I can actually come back into the chenille itself without trapping too much down. Come back up. Let's bring my thread up through. Now I like to cut away the chenille with my scalpel blade. It saves the scissors, especially with the chenilles. And now I'm going to put finish. There we go, that's it. Just a pink Hooligan. Now it will flip, it will sit in the water like that. That's why the flash is on the top or the underside, it just catches and swims with the rest of the fly. Basically helps to obviously give you like a jig-like hook, if you want to call it. And then we just have to varnish between the eyes and underneath as well. And that's it. I'm just going to square up the ends here. And there we go. And that's a pink Hooligan. As I say, colours are out there, blacks, chartreuse, you name it, white obviously. All the colours. A good winter light type lure. As I say, you will get pooking at the tail. Some people, as I say, if you vary the retrieve, you might get more. You want to try and get the fish to either hit it harder, or come into it again. They will come back, you'll feel bump bump, but at least you're getting takes. If you slow it up, it will take it in a wee bit. If you're on catch and release, obviously you want to debarb, so times I'll just debarb in the hook. If you're doing a 100% catch and release, then you can squeeze the barbing device, and there we go. It's as simple as that. Pink Hooligan. It's a snake-like pattern, easy to tie, and as I say, it's up to you the colour combination. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It's another winter fly, another one for the small and large fisheries this time of the year, even though it will catch throughout the season. So anyway, thanks for watching, until next time.